Hello. Honestly, I will be talking life is continue even we want or even we don't want. Life is really hard whenever you think about your life and your environment. For example, I'm living in Turkey. People here is really bad. For example, like the Argentina. If you are living in a third class country, people just killing each other for the money. They, it's people aren't care about the human life here. So we cannot change it. Even the America is sometimes same. Like if you live in the capitalist countries like USA, England, Japan, United States, Turkey, Australia, England, USA, Japan, and maybe I can say more. Maybe sometimes Canada. Your life is getting more effect, but you need to understand like people aren't really important in these countries. If you are living in the inflation skyrocketed country, for example Lebanon, Zimbabwe, the Argentina, you will understand people just killing each other easily and nobody gives a shit about it. Is human life like so important or not? Honestly, I will be thinking like, is our destiny, is our environment has been determined already. So why we are just trying to change our destiny? For example, you have born in a very low class and you haven't got any resources. Maybe your family is also poor. So you are thinking you want to change your destiny, but the reason is here. You have burned that class and you can try to change your class, but sometimes it's really hard because you will understand social pressure. Even in your society, for example, I'm Turkish. If you are living in Turkey, being a man is really hard, especially in the Middle East countries. You need to just prove yourself. Sometimes Japan is also same. If you don't prove yourself, probably nobody will give a shit about you. But the reason is life is continue, even you want or not. For example, you have burn here. For example, you cannot change the destiny. You cannot change the history. Sometimes history repeats itself, the exact rule of life. For example, I want to go to another country, but it's not easy for me. And to find a job is not easy because of the history and the cultural backgrounds and the family backgrounds, the social network backgrounds. Everybody is trying to create their own existence and everybody wants to create their own community. Why I'm just recording this video? Because I want to reach the exact community and I want to collect the people around me. Also, I would like to make a great community in order to reach my own audience. The audience is really important here. According to my opinion, people are just giving birth a lot here in the Turkish countries, and their IQ level is very low, not very high. So sometimes I'm questioning about it because the really basic reason for that we need to just they are creating the basic the human labor, the cheap labor. In the Middle East countries, they are just giving birth a lot. The unnecessary people are getting burned here. I'm really against this. For example, I want to make a great community. Like not everybody should speak in English and the other languages. The Turkish nation should be more powerful rather than just giving birth a lot different kind of people. The Kazakhstan also doing the same. Like Kazakhstan is different because the Kazakh people wants to develop and they want to change their backgrounds and they want to better in the Turkish nations because of the Russian effect. The Russian is a second-class country because the Russian effect is making them more realistic and making the Kazakh people more logical and their the speaking abilities, language abilities, the math, the science, a lot of things is getting affected by the Russia effect. For example, if you're just born in Turkey, you will understand. Here, the inflation is skyrocketed, and when you want to change and go to another country, you need to get into the debt like America, because America effect is not only can be felt in Japan, the American effect can be also be felt in Turkey. According to my opinion, American effect is not really wrong, and even we, as a Turkish nation, wants to just opposite. It's not possible because most of them, the America, he's just the countries in inviting a lot of different brains from the other nations, and the more logical people, more smarter people, and they are getting more cultural, and they are getting more developed. Even just well-developed brains going to America, and the America being more developed, the unnecessary brains is staying here, and the life is getting worse and worse. It's a part of life, and we cannot change our environment, even our life, and maybe we want a better life, right? Maybe we want a better resources, and maybe we want better things in life. Let's just wait. That's good. Yeah, maybe we want a better life in life, and maybe we want a better resources and a better social network. Like, our social network is very limited. Everyone wants to change it. Sometimes I'm questioning why I'm doing it, why I'm just getting worse here. Because in here and in other nations, just I really want to go to Europe and live a normal life. But what is a normal life? Like, in every section, in every region has a different kind of people. For example, in the Turkey, the western part and eastern part. If you just go to the eastern part, probably you will understand the people are more undeveloped there. And if you go to western parts like Istanbul, Izmir, in Turkey, you will understand people are more developed. The basic reason for that, people just getting affected by their environment. If their environment being so silly, if their environment being so unthoughtful, they are getting affected, and they are doing the same behaviors in order to just get into the community. Also, Spinoza mentioned that before. If you just read the Spinoza, you will understand. Like, we want to live, therefore we need to just be in an exact community. If we want to be in an exact community and we are just doing the same behaviors, even it's wrong. For example, like the Second World War II was the same. Like Hitler mentioned that before. I was thinking about Hitler. Nobody supported Hitler at the first, but Hitler affected them, and Hitler just make them more inspired because of Hitler's speech and his emotions, his behaviors, his gestures. Everything was so effective for the people, and people just did the bad things, and they made the crime. Because in order to live, they just followed the society. If we live in a society which is very criminal and which is very dangerous, should we follow their paths? No. We can extract out. For example, if I'm working as an officer in Turkey, probably if I'm just not working as an officer, probably I wouldn't choose to work. What would you do if I'm not working? How I would eat? I would eat the cheap meals, and I wouldn't eat the meal, and I would live in a peaceful life in the maybe nature. I would go to the small place, reading books, chasing society, making philosophical videos, and do the same things again and again and again. I wouldn't just get into the race of the power. Maybe I wouldn't get any resource, like not the car, that girl, that horse, that house, but I would get the one thing. I would get the freedom. What is the freedom? Most of the time people are asking, what is the freedom? Freedom is being not working. If you just want to work, probably if you are following the rules, it's really shit. Because at that moment, I was just, for example, maybe in that path, if I want to be free, it's not really quiet. Like, even the situation, like, I'm just getting affected by the society. So I wouldn't just rise for the resources, and I wouldn't just try to impress the girls. Probably I wouldn't do that. I would go free, and I wouldn't chase for the resources, as I mentioned before, because chasing the resources and chasing your is not the way I like in the life. For example, you will just being more and more addicted for the power. When you are chasing alone, you will understand you are losing your time and energy. And then you just staying lonely. Why? Because uh, even not the girls, even the jobs, even the other things. Yes, you need to be just careful and you need to be productive. Maybe you need to be just predator for getting the resources. But I think it's not. Why? Because you are pushing yourself in a hard situation. In my philosophy, I would like to follow the Marcus Aurelius and Seneca. You cannot control everything and you cannot manage everything. Everything in the universe is declared already. So your surroundings, your family, maybe you can just go to your family. If your family is poor, it's their mistake. If you are poor, it's your mistake. That's the two different things. But you can choose the money. But if you choose the money, for example, you need to work for it hard. And you need to work again and again and again and again and again. You need to do the trade. You need to make a better connect, and you need to connect the people. Do I like to make a connection with the people? Yeah. Do I like the people? Yeah. So what kind of job I just pursued? Probably I want to communicate with the people. I didn't want to follow the rules. Am I someone just very relaxed? No, sometimes I'm just against the system. But as I mentioned that before, I'm not persist. If you just want to persist for something, probably you will lose it. For example, you want something, right? You want that girl, right? But other people are also wanting that girl. So what's the difference? Don't force for it. But if you just force for it, if you want to talk with her, if you just say, I like you, I want to go to her, probably she will say no more. The reason is, the social media effect is a lot, and girls think themselves very, very unique, and they think like they are deserving everything. So I just quit. I didn't just. Also, I will just say another thing. The self-development is a big lie in the life. There is no self-development, guys. Like just learning the languages and other things. The self-development, learning languages, reading books, everything is a lie, guys. Everything, just every author is selling their knowledge, their information to you, and you are just consuming it. You are not producing, you are just consuming. Why I'm just recording a YouTube video? Because I'm just producing. Even you are just writing a book, even you are just recording a YouTube video, it means you just want to reach the exact community, exact audience. You need to declare your audience first. Well, what kind of society you want to just mention? What kind of society you want to speak? Because the words have a power, and you can change the society with your words, even with your actions. So the media sometimes not help you. Probably you need to create your own community. If you are alone, like me, if you don't have anyone, you need to continue to speak. Like you need to do the one thing every day. For example, you like to read a book, right? Where you can make a YouTube video and you can open your channel and you can make conversation about your books and what you think about the books and what you like better. You don't have to make a rule like you just be silent and be if you want to speak, you need to silent. Don't have to just. For example, you're just working in a jewelry store, right? The selling the golds. If you are just yelled in order to sell your item, probably nobody will come and buy it. Why? Because if you selling something by violence, if you are selling something by your screaming, probably nobody gives a shit about you. If you just sell your item with a beauty, with a silence, probably everybody will going to buy it. Why? Nobody likes the violence. Nobody likes the screaming. Nobody likes the high volume. If you want to sell something, you shouldn't be screaming. You shouldn't be yelling to people. That's the reason why. If you are yelling to people, it's really hard. so you cannot change it. So it's really my opinion is like that. But sometimes I'm thinking like, what is the truth behind of war officers and other things? Like, it's getting effect and effect. Like, I was thinking for a while, and coming here, just think about the real life. It's different. It's really different. So, when to analyze and you need to make it, don't pursue the things like everything will come back to you. For example, if you're just pursuing something, if you want to chase something, if it's not happening, maybe it is not right in your destiny. So you need to change your doors. If you are still alive, you have a still chance. For example, I'm living in Turkey. Do I like to live in Turkey? No. What I'm doing? I'm just buying the passport, going to another countries with the tourist visa. Why? Because I'm just trying. I'm just trying. Because if you are still alive, life still continues, and you need to continue to try. Everybody's trying. Like, everybody's making YouTube videos and they're recording it and they're talking about it, right? Yeah, exactly. But sometimes we need to understand what kind of audience we are just pursuing and what we are doing. The exact thing is different. For example, that girl is just didn't follow the rules, and that girl just crosswalk beyond my camera. Why? Because she chose to do it, because she want attention. Why we are just buying the dogs, and why we are just walking with the park with our dogs? Why? Because we want to get attention. The attention. We need to seek attention. Everyone. If you seek enough attention, probably yours will come. The attention is more important. For example, if you have enough followers, for example, I have 20 followers now. If I had 1,000 followers, probably I would date with anyone, because the numbers are everything. Even your bank account, the numbers are everything. If you want to chase something, if you want something, don't chase it. The appellate. The right thing is, you need to. How can I say? Just you need to appel. You need to get appel. You need to get attention. If you are not getting attention, if you are just screaming, if you are yelling, my product is good, everybody can buy, everybody should buy, at the end you will lose it. Nobody will going to buy it. So you need to wait for exact audience. Maybe you still didn't reach your exact audience. Maybe it will take 1 year. Maybe it will take 5 years. Maybe if I reached 100,000 followers, probably I will date with anyone. Exactly, easily. The reason is, we need to try something when we are young, even if it is wrong. For example, we need to just make a YouTube videos every day, and we need to just develop ourselves, or actions, or videos, or video scale. Everybody will understand the process, because nobody wants to give a shit about your videos. Everybody wants to understand your process. For example, if I make a better background, better sound, better microphone, people will think your job is going to bigger. So they want to just follow you. Why they are following you? Because they want to get into the process. They want to participate in a process. And they will think we are at the process together. Actually, I'm the process by myself. You are just watching me because I'm a producer now. If you want to be a producer, life is really good for you, because you are producing and you are not trying to screaming, and you don't have to appall the people. For example, we cannot change our circumstance or family or friends, but we can change one thing in the life. We can change ourselves. For example, I was watching a YouTuber who was just recording videos on the night. She was just reading the script, like saying, we need to be, for example, in that song I would, we want to change one thing in my life. Every beauty comes with consequences. When you are thinking about your life, your hardest, your hardships, your obtains, you can change it and you can develop it. But at that situation won't help you. whenever you think about your life, whenever you think about your circumstance, etc., the one thing I was just chasing, like that girl, like doing the things, probably she doesn't give a shit about it. For example, even the LinkedIn followers, like you're just sharing a LinkedIn, you are sharing a quote on the LinkedIn, but nobody gives a shit about it, right? Because everybody is doing copy paste. We are just following the others' rules and other society. Why? We want to get attention. It's a basic reason. Get attention, getting a better partner, getting a better car, getting better people. Why? Because we are just attention seeker people, because it's a nature, and the human nature wants to be explored by our people. If you speak in a better tone, in a better mimic, and in a better jazz, everyone, whatever you say, it doesn't give a shit about. People don't give a shit about it. People only care what you believe, what you think, what you can do better. Because if you lose whenever you think about your environment, your thoughts, nobody gives a shit about it. Everybody just wants to participate in a process, even if it's wrong. Because even your thoughts are wrong, nobody gives a shit about it. Everybody cares what kind of percentage, how much percentage you are believing in your thoughts. People just following your thoughts and your will. Are you really insist on your thoughts or not? People just want to hear about it. If you are believing your thoughts, are you just applying in your life or not? People want to hear about this truth. The truth is very broken. You can just change the truth, but you cannot change one thing yourself. Thank you for watching me till now. Like the short hair girl, I really like you. I hope your followers will going to decrease. Nobody will watch you, I hope. But this girl is very hot. I really like Asian girls, guys. But the Asian girls like the money. Yeah, I hope if I just buy the Osmo Combo Creator, I would like to go to another country, and I would like to record YouTube videos about the psychology, philosophy whenever I'm talking, whenever I'm just walking on the ground, walking on the things, because the society won't change and the people won't change. We cannot change our circumstances. We need to let our desires, we need to let our emotions be free. We need to make our emotions be free. Thank you for watching me till now. See you on the next video.